Hey fam, welcome to your September reading. This is TC, your guiding chariot. Before we get to the cards, I just want to lay some ground rules. I have changed the format, so if you've been following my channel, you've been watching the monthlies, I've totally revamped them. So the setup will be different. Before I would do a pull for love, a pull for your own spiritual growth, and a pull for kind of work and money. And then we get your main spirit message. I've kind of changed it where I kind of want to keep those three facets separate. So this one is really going to be an overview for the month, how you're developing, what's going on in a spiritual space for you. I'm going to do love and money things separately. So instead of doing them all here, I'm breaking them apart so we can go a little deeper instead of kind of giving you kind of surface answers for all three. We're going to have like a dedicated monthly for each. So don't worry, love will probably come next. So I'm going to do spirit and then love, and then we'll do money, or how I don't know how I'm going to do the money one yet. We'll see. We'll figure that out. I might do the two together. I might do them separate. But this one's literally focused just on, spiritual development, divine energies, all that good stuff. So we are still going to do a mix of oracle and tarot. Tarot for our big kind of spirit message, and then the oracles I'm going to use on kind of how you're showing up, what kind of divine angelic assistance is coming in, and then also what kind of earthly animal spirit guidance is coming through for you. I keep saying September, but I feel like this reading is really more like Virgo season, so some of it may have already started. Yeah, it's been an interesting Virgo season so far. I'm definitely feeling this earth energy, so I hope you are too. It's amazing. If you see me look down, I'm looking at a calendar of planetary transits. I just wanted to talk. There's a lot going on planetary-wise, astrological-wise, so I just wanted to throw some general things out that you all can benefit from, and then we'll get into the cards. I just wanted you to kind of know what the setup was. This month, or this season, Virgo season, lots going on. So first and foremost, we have a lot of power planets all in Virgo, some of them in conjunctions. We have the Sun, Mercury, Mars, and Venus, all in Virgo. Sun, Mercury, and Mars actually make a conjunction. I think this Monday. I want to say it's this Monday. The Sun and Mars come into conjunction. I want to say Mercury joins them on like the 3rd. I think Venus is already there, so she's ahead of the game. But having all these planets in very close proximity, they're very close to each other in the skies. They make a lot of similar aspects. I think they oppose Neptune at some point. They make a couple trines with other planets. I think at some point they might square Jupiter or somebody. I don't know. Lots of things go on. But essentially what that means, there's going to be a lot of kind of step-ups and not obstacles, but opportunities to kind of step up and do things, in a more evolved way. So expect yourself to kind of be evolving and leveling up throughout the month. Lots of opportunities just to kind of work through some things and finally make that next step. A big part of that, though, is being able to let go of how you've normally done things. This is going to be a new opportunity. This is going to push you in a new way. You kind of have to embrace that to reap the benefits. So there may be a lot of, fear in, having to let go of something that feels comfortable or feels normal for something that may look kind of uncertain. There may not be any guarantees with some of these opportunities coming in. You just kind of have to accept it and take it, and realize that this is what you've been looking for. Is it new? Is it scary? It totally could be. Does that mean we don't do it? No. Okay? One other thing I want to talk about is Saturn. So Saturn goes direct, I believe, I'm trying to remember, but I can look at it. 18th. All right. So Saturn goes direct on the 18th. Saturn is in the sign of Capricorn. It's at 13 degrees. So wherever 13 degrees of Capricorn sits in your chart, if you don't know, you can go online, get your natal chart done, and find all that info out. Wherever that point is, probably since I believe Saturn went retrograde at the end of April, if I remember correctly. Since that time, sometimes it's kind of nice when Saturn goes retrograde, because Saturn can be a real heavy, it's our taskmaster. It can be a hard planet to deal with sometimes. So when it goes retro, it's nice. You get a little breather. You get a little more wiggle room. Once it goes direct, yes, it's going to be putting its energy in that space again. But what's nice is that wherever that point is, wherever Capricorn is in your chart, now you're going to see some forward progression. We've had a couple months to kind of reassess things and realign things and kind of feel things out in a different way, maybe experiment a little bit, try something, try shift this, try change that. Once we get Saturn going direct again, now we can start moving forward with this new structure. So if you've kind of taken this opportunity to do that reassessment, or even if you just tried something different and just try, maybe we'll try do this for a little bit and see how it feels. Whether you liked it or not, that's still information you can use. I talked about this in the Virgo new moon video, so if you haven't seen that, you can watch the beginning of that. That'll go into this a little deeper, sorry. Haven't had my morning cup of tea yet. But with that being said, there will be forward movement wherever Capricorn is in your chart. So that's something to look forward to. But I bring it up because, again, Saturn is our taskmaster. It's a harder, more restrictive planet to play with. So now that he's waking up and getting it going again, it's going to be a little, I don't want to say demanding, because it's not necessarily demanding, but again, it's that's kind of our planet of adulting. So we have these level ups that I was talking about with our personal planets, then Saturn kind of waking up, getting out of bed and going direct, who's really going to ask you to, okay, put your big boy pants on, put your big girl skirt on, now this is time to work. We've got a job to do. So these level ups have really been about strengthening you and almost focusing and strengthening your resolve and dedication to something. And then Saturn gets up and is like, all right, let's do this. Because Venus is involved, and where all of these placements are, a lot of this could be about love and money. Love in terms of how you show up in your relationships, what you desire or require out of your relationships, and then money. What are you doing about not only your finances, but where you find value, how you're earning money, and what you're working, what field you're working in, and how it fills you and satisfies you, and obviously provides. So there may be some new realizations and some breakthroughs in those realms as well. So the upcoming monthlies should be real interesting for a lot of us. I just wanted to throw some of that out. That's just some general stuff. Apply it to your chart as you will. So wherever Virgo is, because that's where all those personal planets are, Sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus, they're all in Virgo for a good chunk of the month. Saturn's going direct in Capricorn. Those are two placements you definitely want to be aware of. All right. With that said, let's get into the cards. All right. I'll see you in a sec. Hey Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your September video. Super, super exciting to be getting this out for you guys. All right. So, like I said in the intro, going to be a different format. Instead of having love and money and career stuff in here, this is all about spirit messages. This is all about guidance for the month. I'm planning to use these oracles. We're going to see how you are showing up for the month, whose spirit is sending you to help, and also on an earthly plane, like what animal spirits are coming to guide you. So all about the guidance on how you're showing up and who's helping you. And then of course we'll get your main spirit message from the tarot cards at the end. So let's get started. Aries, I hope you've been having an amazing month so far. I'm filming this on the 3rd, so just into the month. I hope you've been enjoying Virgo season. I know it's been doing wonders for me. I needed all this earth energy. It's keeping me grounded. Things are feeling chaotic, but it's just helping me to come back to center. So I hope it's giving you the same benefit. All right. Well, I felt like almost in the middle there. Haha! Love this. All right. So you guys, I just filmed the Pisces video, so that might be why it's, well, that's definitely why it's like right at the top of my mind. But they are also going through some major transformations. And looks like so are you, getting the Shapeshifter card. That's an intense card too, look at that. You're like literally in the process of morphing. Transform and unveil your gifts. So I love this. I think what's different for you compared to Pisces. If some of you have Pisces in your chart, so say you have, you're an Aries sun, but you have a Pisces moon or Pisces rising, it may definitely be worth checking out the Pisces video to get some little extra insight. Sorry, I'm moving my legs around just to get comfortable. If you could see the tablecloth shuffling around. For you guys, though, they were mostly just kind of going through this transformation, coming out as a new version of themselves. With you guys as the shapeshifter, I feel like you're almost taking it one step further. Because not only are you transforming, you're also uncovering, or at least getting to a point where you can utilize some new talents and some new gifts. And these may be gifts that you, at this present moment, may or may not be aware of. So you may be thrown into a situation where you just have to learn to adapt and adjust yourself to it. And in the process, you find that you honestly are more capable to this new arena than you thought. But this feels like a very big shift, but it's a shift in a way that you discover something amazing about yourself. Not that you aren't amazing already, Aries. But this transformation you're going through, I think you really uncover a new skill set, or a new talent, or talents maybe. There could be more than one. I mean, look how many animals that you can transform into. So you may uncover multiple talents, Aries. But I think the key is that these are new. I think for a lot of you, these may be things that truly you're not aware of, or never thought of doing, or never thought possible, or just wasn't in your sphere. That wasn't even on the radar. But through this process, I think you uncover some really new amazing things for yourself. And it may be these skills that the people around you need. So it may be, you may uncover them because you come to someone's aid, or you offer to help out a friend with something, and that's where you uncover this new skill set. Spirit, who is coming to aid Aries through this transformation and possibly help with this unveiling? Nice clean cut. Couldn't have said it better. Myself, the Shekinah, the sacred self. This is all about dancing to your own rhythm. To me, this is really about expressing your higher self, or your authentic self. Prompt reads, unleash your spirit. Express your gift. Dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Yes, certainly, and by all means. So to me, this is a full expression of yourself, of who you are, and especially who you're becoming. And there's so much symbolism in this card. With the white dove, there's also a Merkaba placed over the, it's like over the dove's heart and like the Shekinah's throat chakra, if you were to kind of go through the div. But the Merkaba is all about fusion, right? Because it has the masculine triangle with the feminine inverted triangle. I can't really flip it around from this angle, but you know what I mean. You got this, and you got this, right? Okay, so you can see that in the image. It's the fusion of those two forms, the masculine and the feminine. The assertive and the receptive. So to me, I think this transformation is about bringing all these different animals and bringing them together almost. If I were to, personify this card, it's about taking all these different facets of you, and again, some of them may be even unknown, and bringing them back to you and expressing them in a way that fully shows who you are and what possibly is lying dormant inside of you. You can even see it as the dove, kind of bursting forth from the Shekinah herself. I'm excited. So she is there literally to help you get to your fullest and most authentic expression. So I would say for a lot of you, if there is something that's, has been on your mind that you wanted to do, or even something you wanted to learn, I think September would be a great month to kind of pursue that and follow that little, I don't know what you call it, that little intuitive nudge that's like, hey, you've always wanted to learn how to play piano, now might be a great time. I don't know why that's the example I chose, but, You know what's so funny? This same thing happened in the Pisces video. like legit, this top card just... So, you know, we're going to do the same thing. We are going to take that as your advice. Oh, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. This is literally the same card Pisces got. The exact same card. So they also got outer spirit, that you are not alone. So they had this card come up, and it was clearly obvious that this was talking about a person that was standing by them. You know, a friend, a mentor, a confidant, something like that. That there was another person with them on this journey that was going to be there to support them. Although it's the same card, I think this is completely different. For you, the outer spirit, I think, is more speaking to your own level of compassion. And I think this is compassion to yourself. Because here, there's nothing here talking about an external person. Because like the Shekinah, yes, she is an entity of her own, but she is all about the sacred self, which is, you know, you. This is your higher self. So to me, this outer spirit is speaking to you are not alone, as in you're not the only person who's ever gone through this moment. You're not the first, you're not the last, right? So if it starts to feel overwhelming, or if this moment requires, you know, some extra courage, because maybe this truly is, you know, uncharted waters for you. It may even be, you know, uncharted because maybe you have family that, you know, or friends that would judge you for moving this direction, or there are people who wouldn't expect it, and you may be, you know, afraid of what their reaction might be. Like maybe you've been, you know, a corporate CEO for, you know, many years, and that's how people know you. And then, you know, you have this inner burning to, you know, join the circus, and you're just, I don't know how people will take that. Like it could be crazy. So I feel like this card is popping up just to remind you, like, you are not alone. You are not the only person who's walked this path. And I think some of that may be if you can be open enough to share this, you know, this thought process or what you're feeling with the people who you do trust, the people who are close to you, or at least people you feel comfortable with. You know, they honestly may have stories that help to inspire you or keep you motivated. And again, to remind you, you are not alone. But your journey feels much more personal than what was in the Pisces video. But again, having another card of transformation in the same spot they got it, and having the exact same animal spirit, I think some of you, it may be worth checking out the Pisces video. Not all of you, but I'm just saying, if this message hits you really hard, or again, if you have Pisces in your chart, I highly recommend checking out the Pisces video. Oh my god, if you get some of the same tarot cards, I'm just going to be so stoked. That would be amazing. Alright. Here we go. Whoa. Whoa! Okay. Sorry, one went flying, so we're gonna go grab him. Oh, get over here. Oh, of course you went flying. Alright, let me get comfy again on this chair. Alright. So our friend that flew out of the deck was the Knight of Swords. So he did land reversed when I saw him on the ground. So some of you, this card might begin to reverse me. So I'm going to talk about both. But honestly, I'm not too concerned about it. But your Knight of Wands, so definitely the fastest moving. By far, definitely the fastest moving out of our court cards. Oh, it's funny, you actually have two Knights. You also have the Knight of Cups. Hilarious. So, having two Knights. The Knights out of the suits definitely are more active. The knight, you think of like a knight from, you know, medieval stories. They go out on quests to save the princess, slay the dragon, find the treasure, you know, whatever it is. You know, these are the ones going out and doing the work. So, you know, we already know that you've got some work to do. We're doing some renovations of, you know, yourself. But with this Knight, so the Knight of Swords, he definitely is out there trying to learn and trying to understand. You know, swords are the element of air, which control the mind. So this guy is seeking understanding, right? This guy is seeking knowledge and wisdom. Now, in reverse, this energy can become, you know, a little shadier, can you know, turn into like a spy, you know, could be stalking. Not that you're stalking someone, I'm not trying to turn you into a predator, but, you know, negatively aspect, this card still has the hunger to learn, but instead of being bold about it and going and doing the work to learn it, this person maybe just kind of like hanging in the shadows or on the outskirts and just kind of looking in and not really engaging, then you're not getting the full you're not getting full benefit, right? You're not learning the whole lesson if you're only getting bits of what you can hear or what you can lip read off of this person's mouth, or you're just getting like little bits and clues versus like just going and getting it, right? And then you have the Knight of Cups, who is also on a quest. But Knight of Cups here is, cups are the element of water, which govern emotions. So he's seeking emotional fulfillment. So some of you, this could be romance. Maybe some of you are seeking understanding. Some of you are seeking love. I think for a lot of you, it's a mix of both, because this is emotional satisfaction with this card. You could even be expressing yourself to another person. This could be you getting to a point where you admit feelings for someone and have this emotional offer to give to someone. That may be your shapeshifter. You may have been someone who, is just, I didn't want to be with someone. I was totally happy being on my own and living the single life and yada, yada, yada. And now maybe either you found someone who, wants, or that you could see yourself settling down with, or you're at a point where that's now a possibility. That's something you may want now. You may not have the person that you want to do it with, but you're at a place where you're like, this is something that I want to do. This is something that I feel, would bring me joy, right? So you could be doing either path, could be doing one of them, but honestly, I think it's more so about that emotional fulfillment for you, being able to express this true feeling or this true you, so to speak. All right. Two cards that keep. Okay, you want to come out? No, I'm not. I'm not taking that. Oh my god, if that's the same card, I'm gonna slap myself. Where'd it go? Oh my god, it is. I can't even. She's like, no, I'm supposed to be in this reading. So, Four of Cups. I'm assuming a lot of you needed to hear this. So the Four of Cups is all about, this is kind of like throwing yourself your own little pity party. You can kind of see there's all these gifts and blessings that these little fairies are trying to show or bring to your attention. And then there's this lovely mermaid who's so distraught and so out of focus that all she can do is like stare at the water and feel so sad and, oh, I wish I had, I wish I had this, I wish I could do that. When really it's like, but you can. There are blessings for you. I'm so sorry the camera just wants to focus on everything else. No, we don't want to. Alright, whatever. She just wants to be silly. But this is almost like you kind of like wallowing and looking at all the I shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or I wish I did, all that kind of stuff. When really, look, there was blessings right there. Like literally right there, right behind you, if you would just look up. So I think this card really wanted to come through. Oh, some of you, this could be a love thing. Bottom of the deck right now. Two of Cups, all about those feels. And that's a soul connection, that's a bond. Could be a soulmate card for some of you. But this card to me really is not allowing yourself to hang back and stay down and possibly even sad, or like, oh, I wish I could do this, I wish I could do that, but oh, I can't, I shouldn't, I couldn't, where all of these energies are like, no, you should get up, be different, do what you want to do, don't think you can't, don't hold yourself back, go ahead, do it. And then this may be why you have to do it. This soul connection, maybe this expression of yourself is what gets you noticed or brings you closer. Maybe this person's at that piano class you want to take. Just saying. I wasn't going to take those, but you know what? We're going to take them. I saw this top card and I was like, nope, this is a thing. So, very, very top card. Page of Swords. Page of Swords, this is my inventor. This person reinvents themselves over and over and over again. They are not afraid to break the status quo. They are not afraid to change the rules. That person is all about finding a new and better way, which is exactly what we're asking of you. Oh my God, this can be better. All right, that just hit me like a ton of bricks. So we've got the Judgment card. Judgment card is like hearing the call. You know, this is like the call to arms. You know, this is like spirit, like, wake up, I need you to awaken. Dun, da, da, da. So this is you following your divine purpose, heeding that call, finding, you know, literally finding your path. Seven of Wands is protecting what is important to you. You can kind of see there's this, like, I don't know what animal this is, like mama badger protecting her, you know, little young cubs from, you know, invading badger or whatever it is. I don't know. But this is you holding on to your dreams. A lot of times with the Seven of Wands, I know some readers will see it as an obstacle, which in a way it is, because it's kind of like you are in possession of your wand, you know, and then there's 6 other people with their wands pointed directly at you, you know, because they have a different opinion. But I'm sure you've heard the phrase, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. You know, it's true. Everyone's got one. But guess what? This is your life. So the only opinion that matters is yours. So this card to me always pops up when it's like you just need to stick to your guns. This is your life. Make your own decision and stick to it. Don't let someone else dictate how you live your life, because it is your life. And then we finish up on the other side of that row with another page. We started with the Page of Swords, you know, reimagining, re-envisioning, laying down this new order and these new laws, and then you have the Page of Cups. So it's funny, if I move these over and put this together, here you have the Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. So it's literally lining up beautifully. And yes, some of you, at least those of you who have some understanding of tarot, may be like, but they're getting a downgrade. They're going from a knight to a page. I don't want to go backwards. It's not that you're going backwards, babe. That's not what's happening. Essentially, you're going out seeking and questing for knowledge and understanding and something that feels good to you. Once you find it, you're starting off in this whole new journey. Whole new journey. So it's almost like you abandoned one kingdom to quest for what you needed and found a whole new kingdom that was much more aligned and made you feel so much better. This old kingdom held you back and kept you stuck, where this new kingdom gives you something to fight for and literally calls you to arms to stand up and fight for it. So the only reason you go from a knight to a page is because you're starting off new and fresh, you know, like we saw with the shapeshifter card. Ooh, love. And then to me, the Page of Cups is a very psychic card because it deals a lot with intuition and, you know, spirit messages. You can kind of even see in the card that she's, you know, doing some type of divination, like staring into this, you know, magic bowl. I think there's a liquid in it. Yeah, there's like a liquid down in there. So it's almost like she's scrying in a way. So some of you who maybe are psychically inclined, you may be getting messages through dreams or visions. For most of you, I think this is just, it's giving you a strong hit to your intuition. It's almost like you kind of stumble upon things and then you just get this feeling. Excuse me, like this, oh my God, this feels right. I feel like I'm at home. I feel like I found it. Whatever I was looking for, I found it. It's here. This is it. I can be myself here. I can express myself here. I can become, you know, who I always wanted to be. You know, I don't feel alone here anymore. Beautiful thing. All right. Let's get an outcome card for you. Oh, and I think we found it. Yep, look at that Tower card. Fast, sudden, but major change. This is Spirit literally busting you out of this shell. Spirit is setting you free. Now, I will say with the Tower card can be hard energy. It can be rough. It can be painful. It definitely can be scary. But again, the Tower only destroys what isn't serving or what was holding you back. It's almost like you being trapped in jail, and this big thunderbolt comes and destroys the cell walls. So it's only destroying things that held you back. A lot of times we hold on to these because we think we've given them value, or we've been told they're important or significant, or we've had them for so long they feel comfortable and normal. So it can feel painful when those walls get torn down. But I promise you, what's on the other side of them is so much better. So much better. So if you can kind of push through this, You're going to be fine. Actually, you're going to be better than fine. I take that back. You're going to be better than fine. It's that same analogy I talked about here. You leave the castle, you find a brand new kingdom. You know, you feel held back and stuck and stagnant and, you know, regretful. Tower comes along to set you free, and you find that calling and something worth protecting. Every time I say that, I keep thinking of that Mulan song, A Girl Worth Fighting For. You know, we had some romantic things earlier, so some of you, maybe it is about a girl worth fighting for. You know, could be a thing. But, like, I just hear that song. Like, so it's just something, it's something worth fighting for. It's something that you are very passionate about and care about deeply. Something aligned with who you are, who you want to be. All that good feely stuff over here. All right, Aries, I'm going to wrap up your reading here. Love you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I think it's amazing. September going to be big for you. Maybe a big shocker at some point, but going to take you to amazing places. All right, my love. You take care. I'm sending you my best. I'm so sorry I've been MIA for an entire month. I missed you guys. I hoped you missed me. If you have anything you want to share, feel free. Hit me up in the comment section down below. You can also message me and DM me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. And if you ever want to book a private session with me, all that info will be in the description box below. Wishing you the best. Enjoy September, and I will see you in your next video. Bye.